Yo, ladies and gentlemen, Happy New Year. Happy 2020. I know it's kind of late. It's January 22nd, 2020. And I know I haven't been able to get on here for a hot minute because I've been busy, a little stressed, a little tired, but I'm right now hanging in there doing what I got to do. But listen, this is bad. It's your boy Strykerprime Lawson here. Just getting it going for the anime and games market that I'm actually getting ready to put out for this year. So far, 2019 has been a blah year in the gaming industry. It's like, okay, they actually put out some pretty good, decent stuff, and now we got the console wars about to begin within 2000 by this winter coming up, or no, not this winter, but next holiday winter season coming up. And so far, oh my God, these guys are about to get vicious. We just already seen the kickoff of the Xbox Series X that just got shown as a prototype at the Game Awards earlier this year. Matter of fact, not even earlier this year. Well, earlier this year. And so far, I was impressed with the system, but I just want to see how much more they're gonna have to add to it. Today they just actually posted out a couple of pictures of the leaks of the external ports that are going to be on it, which they say first they might not have an HDMI cable, but they're going to have to put one in there anyway, which should have been already put into the process of design when this thing was actually prepared and built. Hopefully, as the year goes by, the system will actually have everything updated and get it going. So far, in the anime part, oh my God, let's see. In anime, as far as anime news is concerned, we got some sequels that have come out looking kind of blah for the winter 2020 season. We got some new shows that have been kicking off actually gonna be very interesting this year. As a matter of fact, not so long ago, I got to finish watching the dub of Domestic Girlfriend. Through Sentai Filmworks, I got to give them a lot of credit. They do some good work. I'm not knocking Funimation or Crunchyroll, but in the sense of content, mostly adult theme, none of that kiddie stuff, none of that SJW stuff. In the shows in which they produce, they're actually very good at their work, and I like that they actually can deliver on a lot of their work. Right now, I'm also looking at Aniplex of America. They do some good shows too, I'll give them that credit, but yet like this, when it comes to buying their DVDs, oh my God, they charge an arm and an ass cheek just to get a DVD, and that's $100 a box. I'll admit, I sat there and spent nearly $400 just to get the full first season of Sword Art Online English dub. Then I turned around and did the smart way, and I downloaded the entire thing in dub. But right now, I've got season 3, and speaking of Sword Art Online, the War of the Underworld has just is getting its dub kicked off right now. Kaylee Mills, who was doing the voice of Alice, is making a killing behind it, especially in the first episode. And she sat there with the emotion, crying to Kirito, like, what is up? How am I going to handle this? I'm hoping she gets it in a badass mode, and I'm looking forward to Shirami Lei coming back to portray her role as Asuna. And that fight that was done in sub between Asuna and Alice is epically beautiful. The way they did that, it was actually beautifully choreographed and designed perfectly. That's a sword fight. Even though it was only over a minor jealousy bit, that's a good sword fight. Speaking of sequels, we just got word now, it is confirmed, that Log Horizon is getting a third season. I'm looking out for that, and I'm actually looking out for a scientific certain railgun, which has just started its sub kickoff. I missed the first episode. I'm trying to hurt and catch up to get the first and second episodes in. And then the best, the greatest, I can't even call it the greatest comedy. It's just a funny comedy show of isekais that just rolled up in one. And I think that was a great concept for crossovers. Isekai Quartet has just started its season 2. They just kicked off their second episode. And the shit is funny. No offense. But I'm going to be honest. That shit is hilarious. I'm like, good Lord. Aqua is a mess. I'll admit, Aqua is the epitome of, yes, she's a useless goddess who just happens to do whatever she wants and is pretty much self-centered in some aspect of some form. But it's funny, and I'm like, wow. It's amazing. I'm even going to the fact that I'm going back to some of my old animes I went through. Some of them I know I have on DVD and Blu-ray, but they're stuck in my storage bin, but I've actually been able to go online and snag a few copies of the episodes and everything else to get this going. So I got them all. Went back to some of the stuff I saw in 2010, 2011, and 2012, which those are some good anime season years. But there was some stuff that was quiet, and there was some stuff that was actually pretty good. I admit, everyone has different tastes when it comes to anime. I like romantic comedies. I like edgy stuff. I like some action, a few action things here and there. There's a few dramas that will pull me in that I actually enjoy and I actually like it, and it makes me interested into the whole concept. As far as the comic book world, oh man. Let's just say the end game for everyone is about to begin. Right now, people are revealing themselves as who they are and behind their masks. We just got word Superman to turn around and tell the world, yes, I'm Clark Kent. And now, we might have where someone's going to blow up the spot of Batman and reveal who he is. And when that happens, shit's gonna hit the fan. I mean, real shit's gonna hit the fan. Also, I gotta look at some of the reviews from some of the guys on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube about the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot game. Honestly, I'll tell you, I'm a fan. I like Dragon Ball to an extent. I'm not a heavy Dragon Ball fan. I'm going to be honest. I like some of the stuff in which they do, some of the episodes and some of the things. Matter of fact, my favorite character from the whole show is Vegeta himself. I like Vegeta because he's a redemption kind of character. At the same time, he's like, I want the #1 spot. I'm still sitting here playing #2. Screw it all. I'm just going to do what I got to do to make it better. And he keeps going. He keeps it going. He's doing that and giving his son the same push. Even being the future son, he was like, yo, I got to give you respect. I like that. That's a character. That's development. That's crazy. At the same time, oh my God. If anyone has actually watched the last episode, the previous episode last weekend of actually 2 shows, My Hero Academia and Ruby. All I can say is, damn. I can't believe that my man, he used the power of that little girl Eri and went full Cowling 100% and tore into Overhaul's tail and left him to pieces. That's insane. I'm sorry. I think him doing One for All 100% was actually a great improvement. He is building up as a great superhero character. But he still has a lot to learn. And hopefully when the next episode comes and the first core part of the series ends before the second core part begins, which Japan's already did a promotion video for that already. It's out now. You can go on any social media outlet to look for it. It's up and it's ready. And it looks like it's going to be really good. Which means Eri is free. And it's going to be good. It's going to get live. But I'm sorry. That fight scene, I gotta give it to Deku, Mirio, and my man Sun Eater. His partner Sun Eater. Sun Eater is a beast. Oh yeah, and Kirishima. Kirishima gets the Soldier Award of all time. That man fought like a soldier, went down like a soldier, and was a man among men. He was a man among men, and I loved it because I was like, yo, this guy could fight his tail off. So he could fight, and he fought hard. And then, like I said, the other kid, Sun Eater, oh man, he went for he didn't go for the kill. He just went for a good fight, and I gotta give it to him. He actually fought. I say he fought with his whole heart, and I gotta give it to him. That even though he didn't lose, and he can't call it a draw. It was the fact that he went down, and he went down good. He went down in I can't even call it a blaze of glory. He went down, but still came out on top. Mirio. His fight with Overhaul was something else, man. I ain't gonna lie. That was a beautiful fight. That fight was actually something epic. I'm like, oh my God. He went hard and he pretty much technically lost his quirk and took a spike boulder to the side. So did my man for Night-Eye, Sir Night-Eye. Sir Night-Eye, I gotta give it to him. He's a leader among leaders. He is a leader among leaders who was smart in every part of the sense of the word, but yet his last piece to his timeline felt like, oh, great. We don't know what the hell's going to happen. And my man, he changed the history. Deco came out as the beast. He came out as captain on the beast team. Because that 100% calendar, and he beat down Overhaul. I give him credit. I give him a lot of credit for that. Now, let's see what the tests bring out to him to see if he can actually do it without that girl's help. If he can do it without her help and help them control her powers, they're good to go. Now, back to the video game industry. Again, like I said, this last year was kind of blah season for last year, and we're just starting 2020, and the hype game is actually getting insane as far as Dragon Ball FighterZ. They add more characters. Mortal Kombat 11. I just got through watching the trailer for the Joker's entrance. The Joker is a beast. And on top of that, for anybody who's a fan of the dark multiverse that's going on right now, you get to also play as the Batman Who Laughs. And I can't wait to see people beat the hell out of characters with that character by himself. I'm looking forward to that. Okay. One other game I got to get to and I really have to talk about real quick. And that's Star Wars Fallen Order. I'm going to say this. I got it as a Christmas gift from a good friend of mine. I sat here, I played it, I beat it. The surprise ending had me in shock, but I was like, yo, let's get it in. Let's get this game in. Now I'm actually replaying it again so I can make 100% on all the planets. Once I make 100% on all the planets, or at least close to 100% on the planets, I'm good money. As far as the game is concerned, it's a good game, but I have to admit, I actually saw, and this is thanks to EA, I saw a lot of glitches in the game. I mean, I actually got beat up by a giant Bogdo frog. He just landed on me and then bit me, and I'm like, yo, that's aggressive. That's like insane. Then I think I was jumping on a cliff in Zepho, and I got caught and stuck in midair on the cliff, and then all of a sudden I finally died, so I can get back to playing, so I can get back to do the wall run to get to the right spot. Again, this is mad glitches. Then all of a sudden I saw somebody put an advisory saying if you change the performance setting to 1080p, you should actually get better results on it. But then there's a problem with that. Here's the problem. If you have a 4K TV, hell, if you have a 1080p TV, 1080i, 1080p, and you're playing this game, you're gonna get a lot more glitches than you got when you turn the performance levels off. That's all I'm gonna give you as a fair heads up. So, my honest opinion is, I think this game is like at least a 7.5 or 8 over 10, a 7.5 to 8 out of 10, because the game is good. It gives you a better story. It's not linear like The Force Unleashed. This one actually gives you much maturation and makes you grow as a Jedi fighter, as a Jedi character, from your humble beginnings all the way up to where you can at least get all your skills and all that stuff. Right now, I'm still building the skills. So I'm trying to farm up so I can get the skills, fully complete all the skills in one hit, and then give a real test run to the last bosses and get it going down. I think it's a great game. I think that the fight with Darth Vader should have really went in. They should have let the characters play as fight Darth Vader. But it didn't work out that way. Hey, I'd rather they do like this. Customize and create your own Jedi fighter in the middle of the story. Instead of alright, Cal Kestis, I like him as a character. BD1, beautiful droid. But at the same time, like I said, a creative Jedi character would have been a great format for a lot of players that want to do something a little different outside the norm. But that's my opinion. That's how I see things. But overall, like I said, 8 out of 10. It's a beautiful game. And I'm just going to say that about wraps it up for the anime, Stryker's anime games, and other pop culture content. Yo, if you get a chance, love this, enjoy it, and have a great day. And I'll see you next time. Peace. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Maybe. Yo, this is Strykerprime saying signing off and peace out. Talk to you guys later another time. Happy New Year.